Welcome back, everyone. It is the moment you've been waiting for. The legendary PFL Draft Order Selection Show. You can see here, I have all the managers prepared into paper strips. I'm going to cut them and crumple them in front of you. Just a couple things while I'm doing this. League dues are going to increase by $1 this year to cover shipping and engraving. We're going to move from $15 to $16. That should cover it. Engraving costs a little bit more than expected this year, so we're gonna make that bump. Also, we have elected not to go to a keeper league. If anyone wants to bring up that conversation again for next year, so the 2014 season, don't forget to put your votes in. And really, for any vote on anything, statistics, positions, whatever, make sure you vote in the league forum, not just sending emails. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm crumpling these and putting them in Hurley's water dish. Smalls just texted me. And I will pick them with my eyes on the camera at random. I think I speak for everyone when I say we're looking forward to this year. This is, at least for me, known as the season to get the trophy away from Lauren as quick as possible. I hold myself personally responsible for that tragedy. In terms of payment, you can either send me a check, which, whatever, that works, or PayPal works if you're at the small wedding in a couple weeks or this week. Let's do that. If you're going to be there, plan on paying me then. Almost done here. There they are, all 12. Without further ado, the last pick in the 2013 PFL Draft. Coming in at 12, Romo is becoming a homo. We hate to say it, Joey, but it happened a while ago. Last year, Romo was no homo. Finished 5-8, scored 2,100 points, gave up just as many, actually a few more. Hoping for a better finish from a good manager than 5-8. I think that was a playoff miss. Not sure, but that's what I'm thinking. Pick number 11. Small time. Small time. Don't enjoy that honeymoon too much. You got to worry about picking second to last. Small time. Last year, known as My Little Ponies, also 5-8. Extremely disappointing from these two managers. Not doing them any favors this year with a low draft choice. Smalls finished 5-8 with a playoff miss. 2,100 points for 2,300 points against. He was the league's whipping boy, I believe, other than my wife. So Smalls at number 11. Coming in at pick number 10. Unpaid new commish. A vote hidden in the team name. Purswell. Pretty good year last year. Finished third. Only had a 6-7 record, but finished pretty good overall. Scored 2,300 points. Actually, scored 2 points less than he gave up. So, a prime example of the parity of our league. Barely snuck into the playoffs, made a nice little run. We're hoping he can do the same thing again. Always a pleasure. Hey, congrats on the new job, by the way. Or the new gig. Whatever. Okay. Pick number 9. Ugh. Horrible. Myself. Russ the Bus. Maybe the most disappointing season of all last year. Finished 7-6. Not great. 2,300 points scored, 2,200 lost. Finished the season with a 3-game losing streak going into the playoffs. Pulled it together, lost to she who will not be named in the championship game by 6 or 7. Haven't stopped thinking about it ever since. So, 9th pick, myself, Russ the Bus. Pick number 8. Mrs. Vroom. Finished 8-5. Great run for Michelle last year. Did very well. She won a lot of games by very few points. Her differential wasn't that much, but she did very well. So we're hoping she can repeat that performance again. Mrs. Vroom. I believe a first-year playoff appearance as well. Impressive. Pick number 7. All Boston teams choke. My brother-in-law, Paul. Finished 6-7. Again, not a great finish to someone who spends a good amount of time doing it and knows a lot about it. Finished 6-7. Was in the red in terms of points scored. Best of luck to you. 2 years ago was the champion. Pick number 6. The champion, the league champion. Call me Brady. Lauren had a magical season last year as a first time. Just unbelievable. Literally, we're still not really able to believe it. 10-3. Scored way more points than she gave up. Had a 770 winning percentage. Tough to beat. I beat her in the regular season. Could not do so in the final game. And we wish that she was much lower than she is in the draft order. Number 6. Pick number 5. Who's it gonna be? Mr. Tim Vroom. Chris Carter, Hall of Famer. Tim has been one of those bubble teams ever since we started playing this. Always has a pretty good year and then just can't seem to put it together. This could be his year. He was 9-4 last season. Great record. Just couldn't put it together in the playoffs. I think he had some injuries or something. With the 4th pick in the draft, the Poor Bag Football League sophomore himself, Michael Newman, legend of Cliff Road. That's a pretty good pick. Don't think Ray Rice will be around at number 4, but you never know. Last year, let's give him some credit. Last year, Legend of Cliff Road was 7-6. Scored just under the points that he gave up. Very common in this league. Again, a lot of parity. We beat each other up week in and week out, but Michael was right at that 500 mark, just over, and points as well. Best of luck to you, you poor bag. Third pick. Come on. The prettiest manager in this league, Mrs. Russ the Bus. Not a lot of good things to say about her outside of that. She had an abysmal season last year, 3-10. She gave up 300 points more than she scored. Again, just not a lot to celebrate in her statistics. We're hoping that she can put it together at least a little bit better this year. And this is the moment that two managers have been waiting a long time for. The second and thereby first pick. The number 2 pick in the draft. Jeez, that's tough. The original poor bag. The Gloucester noob. Reber Austin himself. The Reebers. Second pick. 4-9 record last year. Not a good year for Reber. He typically is right up there in the chase. Last year he was not. I believe that might have been the first year he missed the playoffs. I can't remember, but just not a good season at all. Ended the season with a 5-game losing streak. That is just a tough streak to overcome. And therefore, the number 1 pick in the draft this year, Giant Celtics, Taylor, the man, the legend, the only Wood child that I ever liked. Last year, 8-5, had a great season, 6-15 winning record. Did pretty well. Got into the playoffs and fell short, but had a pretty good team last year. Looking to repeat that this year. All right, guys. Well, the order is set. Don't forget that the draft is. The draft is September 1st. That's a Sunday. It's at 7. I'm going to put this order in as soon as I can. Do your best to be there. We got a great spot this year. Great time. And look forward to seeing most of you guys out in California. And again, there is your draft order. Doesn't quite all fit. Back up a little bit. The draft order for the 2013 PFL. It's been real. Hope you guys are all doing well.